Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Whispers of Wisdom. I'm Kari, and I'm really happy that you're here with me today. And I want to move into some back to school energy. You know that feeling in the air right now? That back to school energy that makes even us grown ups want to go buy fresh notebooks and colorful pens. Well, that's not just nostalgia, that's your soul recognizing it's time for your next level of learning. And just like any good education, there's going to be some homework involved. Today, we're talking about your soul's curriculum and the inner work assignments that come with it. Because spiritual education doesn't end when you graduate high school or college, it just gets more interesting. And trust me, the homework your soul gives you is way more important than anything you ever turned in for a grade. So, welcome to Soul University. Now, when I talk about your soul's curriculum, I'm not talking about signing up for another online course, though those can be wonderful too. I'm talking about the lessons life itself has been trying to teach you. The repeated patterns, the challenging relationships, the opportunities that keep knocking on your door until you finally open it. Your soul came here with a comprehensive learning agenda that makes Harvard look like kindergarten. The universe is the most dedicated teacher you'll ever have. It will keep giving you the same lesson in different packaging until you finally get it. And unlike your high school teachers, it never gives up on you. Let's get real for a minute. What keeps showing up in your life? What patterns make you throw up your hands and say, why does this keep happening to me? Well, congratulations. You've just identified your current coursework. Maybe you keep attracting people who don't respect your boundaries. That's not bad luck, that's boundaries 101. And apparently you're still enrolled. Or perhaps every job situation brings up the same feelings of not being seen or heard. Welcome to Self Advocacy 201. It's a challenging course, but the graduation ceremony involves a promotion and better pay. I had a client recently who kept dating the same type of emotionally unavailable man, but just in different packaging. She was frustrated, thinking that the universe was punishing her. I said, "You're not being punished, you're being educated." She kept getting the same assignment because she hadn't turned in her homework yet. Now, here's where it gets interesting and where most people want to drop out of soul school. Inner work isn't about meditation and crystals, though those are lovely. Your soul gives you very specific homework assignments, and they usually involve doing the thing that scares you the most. Your homework might be having that difficult conversation you've been avoiding. It might be setting that boundary with your mother. It could be applying for that job that feels too good for you, or leaving the relationship that stopped serving you years ago. The homework is always perfectly designed for your growth, but it's rarely comfortable. If your inner work feels easy and pleasant all the time, you're probably not doing the advanced coursework. Let me break down some common assignments I see the universe handing out. The mere assignment. This is where someone shows up in your life who triggers every insecurity and unhealed wound that you have. Your homework, don't try to change them. Figure out what they're reflecting back to you about yourself. This one's graduate level stuff. The courage assignment. Life presents you with an opportunity that requires you to believe in yourself more than you currently do. Your homework, feel the fear and do it anyway. The universe doesn't give you dreams to torture you, it gives them to you because you're capable of achieving them. The forgiveness assignment. Oh, this one's a doozy. Someone hurts you, disappoints you, or betrays your trust. Your homework isn't to become best friends with them, it's to release the poison you're carrying around. Forgiveness is for your freedom, not their absolution. The self love assignment. This might be the hardest homework of all. Your assignment: treat yourself with the same kindness you'd show your best friend's daughter. Stop the inner critic's constant commentary. Learn to be your own cheerleader instead of your own worst enemy. Now, let's talk about why so many of us become spiritual procrastinators. Inner work homework often asks us to do the very things that we've been avoiding our whole lives. It asks us to be vulnerable when we've been protecting ourselves. It asks us to trust when we've been hurt. It asks us to shine when we've been hiding. And just like in regular school, some of us develop elaborate avoidance strategies. We stay busy, we create drama, we focus on someone else's homework instead of our own. Some people spend decades reading every spiritual book and attending every workshop, but never actually doing the inner work assignments. I call this spiritual homework procrastination. And I got to tell you, your soul is not fooled by your color coded vision boards and your collection of sage bundles. From a neuroscience perspective, inner work literally rewires your brain. Every time you choose a new response to an old trigger, you're creating new neural pathways. Dr. Joe Dispenza calls this breaking the habit of being you. And it's exactly what soul homework is designed to do. But here's the thing: your brain is designed to keep you safe, not to help you grow. So when your soul assigns homework that requires change, your brain throws a fit. It's why inner work often feels so uncomfortable. You're literally fighting against your own programming. I've mentioned inner work and shadow work many times recently, and maybe this is the reminder that we all need. Here's what I love about soul curriculum versus regular education. In Earth School, you get the test first, then the lesson. Life hands you a situation, you navigate it as best you can, and then, if you're paying attention, you extract the wisdom. In regular school, if you failed a test, you felt terrible and maybe had to repeat the class. In soul school, failing just means that you get to retake the assignment with a little more wisdom than last time. The universe is infinitely patient with slow learners. And believe me when I say we're all slow learners when it comes to some subjects. As you grow spiritually, your curriculum gets more sophisticated. So, beginner homework might be things like practice saying no or take 10 minutes for yourself each day. But advanced assignments, those might look like love someone through their healing journey or find peace with uncertainty while everything falls apart. A lot of people these days in their 60s are just now waking up to their intuition and paying attention. There's no age limit on soul homework, and there's no shame in being a late bloomer. Some of the most beautiful flowers take years to bloom. One beautiful thing about soul curriculum is that you're never doing the homework alone. Every person in your life is both a teacher and a fellow student. That supportive friend who always knows what to say, she's in your study group. That mentor who sees your potential when you can't, he's your tutor. And those difficult people, they're like that challenging professor who assigns the hardest homework but pushes you to think differently. You might not like them while you're in their class, but years later you realize they changed your life. So, how do you identify and complete your soul assignments? Here are some practical steps. Pay attention to patterns. What keeps showing up? What situations make you want to run and hide? That's probably your current assignment. Notice your resistance. The thing you least want to do is usually exactly what you need to do. Your soul homework often lives in the space between I can't and I must. Start small. You don't have to revolutionize your entire life overnight. Soul homework can be completed in small daily actions. Have one difficult conversation, set one boundary, take one brave step. Get support. Just like regular homework, soul assignments are easier with help. Find your spiritual study group, whether that's a therapist, a coach, a trusted friend, or a workshop community. And here's something crucial that most people skip: celebrating when you complete homework assignments. When you have that difficult conversation, when you set that boundary, when you choose self compassion over self criticism, that deserves recognition. Your angels and guides are probably throwing confetti every time you turn in a completed assignment. And here you are, already worried about the next one. So stop that. Celebrate your courage, acknowledge your growth. You're doing sacred work. So this week, I want you to look at your life like the spiritual classroom that it is. What homework assignments has your soul been giving you? What have you been avoiding? And what would it look like to approach your inner work with the same dedication you once brought to your studies? Remember, the goal isn't to graduate and be done. The goal is to keep growing, keep learning, and keep becoming more of who you were meant to be. And sometimes that requires doing homework that makes your heart race and your palms sweat. Next week, I'll be talking about a spiritual harvest and sacred timing. So come back and listen if you'd like. Until then, keep listening to those sacred whispers. Be brave with your assignments and remember you are exactly the student your soul needs you to be. Oh, and stock up on notebooks while they're cheap. If you're ready to tackle your soul homework with support and community, come join us for one of our Sacred Connections workshops. I think of it as study hall for your spiritual growth, where we may talk about this topic, the topic of the week, or we may talk about spirituality. You decide. You can find all the details at sacredwhispers1111.com. Much love, beautiful souls. Now go do your homework.